We. All right. Let me know if y'all boys back. I'm here. I'm back. Can y'all hear me? Let me know. I think I did it in 2 minutes too, actually. Yes, sir. Let's see. I went live and I gained 5 subscribers. Yes, sir. I love to see it. I love to see it. I'm not gonna lie. Today it was W live, and y'all were a W chat. I'm not gonna lie, because it'll be different. Like the reason why I used to try and want to do just live streaming just in general. Yes, sir. But like on Twitch, there's no discoverability. So either you know people that you can chat with and you can go viral, or you don't. But like on YouTube, like people can search just to look for regular videos, and if they happen to see you live and you're chopping it up with the guys or whatever, and they like what you're talking about, boom, they're in the chat now, and everybody's together. But yeah, y'all keep it going, yes sir. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. My camera overheated. At first, I saw it, and I still saw myself on the screen, and then it cut off, and I was like, dang. But yeah, it's been a good one. It's been a good one. We are now up to 547 subs. We were at 542 when I started. So definitely, definitely love that. You know what I'm saying? You heard me say, "Oh no, that just stopped." Because the thing was, when my camera cut off, my audio on the screen was still picking up. Like I saw the bars going up, so I thought y'all could still hear me. So I said, "Oh, my camera cut out," and then I kept seeing y'all say, "Oh, I think it crashed. I think it crashed. I think it crashed." And I was like, "Dang, they can't hear me." So then I started typing in the chat with y'all. But yeah, man. The more subs, the better. I tell you, we had 161 people check out the stream. Obviously, like our peak, I want to say we had 20 people, like 20, 22 ish at once. I gotta wait for the analytics to actually like do their thing, but I was I was happy with it. Made me smile. Um, with Lonzo, his injury thing, like I don't want him to return and be a shell of his former self, because if that's the case, then there would be no point in trading for him. But if you can get Lonzo as a distributor as he is, he wants to play basketball. I know he does for a fact. So if he can, even if he can't be the same lockdown player that he was, he's still 6'6" and he's still rangy, so he can still play the passing lanes pretty well. So we don't need him to be absolutely like shackling people on defense. But if he can provide that same passing touch and that same shooting touch that he gave to the Bulls before he got hurt, and even before then when he was on the Pelicans and he really started to showcase that ability, then it's definitely something that we should in theory be interested in trading for. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Chase. Man, I'm gonna lay down too eventually. It is what time are y'all might be 2 hours behind me. So is it midnight for y'all? Let me know. Get video, have a video get 500K. Man, if a video don't let a video get 1,000,000 views, I'm gonna pay off my debt. Now let me stop. Um, but no, that'd be awesome. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get there one day. They say everybody's chasing the GOAT, Jimmy High Roller. And definitely, yeah, he's him. He's him. I don't really personally desire to achieve that level, I guess. It would be nice to, because he got millions of subscribers. So he's got two plaques. He got that 100K and that million plaque. But I would be content if I reach like, I don't know if any of y'all watch Rusty Buckets, but I used to watch him a lot. And me and him are actually the same age. So we're both 23. Um, and he has two channels. He has Rusty Buckets, then he has also Rusty Buckets. Rusty Buckets is at 239,000 subscribers, I believe. And then also Rusty Buckets is at 106. 106, I think. Yeah, 106, I believe. But like I really modeled my my game, my stuff after him. I just need to get like an actual like set design. I gotta get when the NBA store has a sale. I gotta get a couple Utah Jazz jerseys. I'm probably get me. I might get me a Colin Sexton one. I'm probably get me. I gotta get me a Lowry. I gotta debate because I gotta get a big player one. I gotta get a big player one. So I might go Lowry or Walker since he's the young budding center of the team. But I like John Collins been good too though. I might get two jerseys, two or three. I'm not gonna lie. Have a Mike Conley one, but that Mike Conley one is important. That's a memory. I bought a Colin Sexton jersey from when he was on the Cavs. I'm waiting for it to get here. The NBA store was having a sale. The jersey went from $80 down to like 35, and I was like, and he's not on that team anymore. Let me hold that. That's memories. That's memories. Um, let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Where are we? 2 hours behind. Okay, so yeah, it is it just passed midnight for y'all. Yeah, so I got to be up in 6 hours, I think, for this thing. But I'm good though. I'm good though. I usually operate off 4 hours of sleep if I'm being real. Let's see. You'll get there too one of these days. Man, I had high hopes for Hendricks to be a crazy dude from out the gate, but bro just got to develop more, just so he could be a missing piece for the defense and also providing good shooting stats from three. Yeah, ideally that is what he ends up turning into, and it's great that he has the opportunity to sit behind so many guys before like having to take that step and being expected to be that person. Like now he can kind of do it every now and then when he plays. And if he doesn't play, it's cool. If he plays and he doesn't have a great night, in say 15, 10, 20 minutes that he plays, cool. We can you'll be able to live with that. And then like 2 years from now, when he's expected to do it, you know what I'm saying? Then he'll be ready. He'll be ready to be tossed into the fire and he'll stand on his own. You'll be bigger than Flight Mike in no time. I would like to. I respect his content. I don't really watch too many of his videos. I'm not gonna lie, but when I do catch one, like every now and then he'll have a title where he'll have a particular topic, and I'll be like, I do have an opinion on this, but I want to see how somebody else in the space feels about it, and I'll watch his video. You should have the Jazz as your team or not? What you mean? What you mean, Cam? Is that my favorite team? Now the team that I pay the most attention to is definitely a Jazz, yeah, because of all of you guys. Because I'm on the East Coast. I'm in Charlotte, so the Hornets don't give you anything to cheer about. But I grew up watching a piss poor franchise struggle to exist. Um, let me see. Content so much better than his. Hey man, I leave it up to the people to decide. I appreciate it. Sleep, bro. You should. 4 hours. That's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. It started when I was late in high school with like AP classes and everything, and then sports and stuff. So it'd be like the assignments was getting done because I needed to make sure I got that college credit out knocked out of the way. And I did get my degree in 3.5 years. So I accomplished the ultimate goal, which I'm happy about. And the degree led to me being capable of doing this. So I guess poor sleeping habits allowed me to chat with you guys. So I guess in a weird like indirect way, it's awesome. But yeah, man. Let me see. Solid 10, but my son says I let you get one of 3. I can imagine. I'm the oldest of 7. There's a 10-year gap between me and my youngest sister. So there was a period of time where once I got old enough, my parents could go out and go on dates and stuff after a while. But for a minute, I was like that third parent or the second parent when my dad was at work all the time. Youngest, I got 3 older brothers. That's cool. That's cool. I feel like raising boys is easier because you're expected to do less, but sometimes guys can be we get a little bit more neglected. But it's definitely easier being in a house with boys than it is with girls. Just from being a brother, like for real. Um, oh no, man, I'm gonna be up on all day tomorrow. Cause so after this, I was really looking forward to this because I thought this game was yesterday. Fun fact. So how the was it Wednesday? Was it no? Was it a Thursday night game? When did the season start? No, it was Wednesday night. So Wednesday night, the game finishes at like 11:30 ish. So 11:30, 11:45. I get on live, I start chopping up with everybody, everybody starts coming in. I went for an hour and 56, and it was, like, almost 2 AM, and I told everybody, I'll chat with you guys tomorrow on the live tomorrow, not recognizing that the day had already changed. So I'm thinking tomorrow as in, like, when I wake up, they started the season on a back-to-back game, and that wasn't the case. So last night, I get ready for my live. I'm like, all right, I gotta hurry up and get all this stuff together. And I look at my thing. I was like, tomorrow? It should be today. Let me reload this page. And I checked again. I was like, oh, I definitely had it messed up. Um, and then after that, it was just a thing of me being ready for tonight. And then I recorded tonight, or then I got ready for tonight. So last night I actually just recorded 2 videos. I have one tomorrow. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to post it. That's not good. I'm gonna lose my streak if I don't. I gotta figure something out. Imma figure something out. I might wake up early and, like, edit it, or I might edit it while I'm at work. Low key, low key, low key, low key. Imma get a jazz video out for you guys though. I will for sure. I might edit it actually after this. Um, let me see. I haven't had a date since my first anniversary. Kids will do that to you. Kids will do that to you. What anime are you currently watching? I noticed L from Death. Yes, Vesper. You were the one that called it out in one of the comment sections for my videos, didn't you? I'm pretty sure you did. Um, but yeah, I watch a lot of classic ones right now. I don't have one that I'm looking at very specifically. I'm trying to really just like I need to catch up on JJK, right? So Jujutsu Kaisen, I like the animation style. I liked all the clips and stuff, but I haven't had the time between work and everything that I'm doing to consistently sit and watch one. I don't have a particular genre that I sit in, but I need to see Jujutsu Kaisen. I think it's Tokyo Revengers I need to catch up on, and then I'm not watching Boruto. I'm not. Like something absolutely crazy would have to happen for me to consider watching it. Um, but yeah, it's just just me not having the time to more than anything. Let's see. Uh, Trust me. Yo, T Simp, what is your name? I keep calling you this. Do you want to be called T Simp? Willie said, I've been high on the jazz wind. Tonight's a good night. Excited for an analysis of mine that doesn't start with the phrase jazz sucked. Yo, Lee, have you started posting? Have you started posting on your channel? And I just didn't notice? Let me know when your first video goes up, bro. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Name is Tyson. My last name is Simpson. So T Simp is gonna. Oh, okay. I mean, if you want to be, it's whatever you want to be called for real. I just didn't want to keep calling you T Simp if that was just like something that you created a while ago and you just never changed in this whole time, like it was unrelated. Um, that's hard though. Um, but yeah, man, just a pod. I want for us to be a collab with you. Hey, that would be great. Just let me know, man. This is gonna be a good basketball season. There is a lot. Like the interesting thing I think is that the teams in the West, there's a lot of deep teams, but in the East, you have like a two-horse race between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Celtics. That being said, there's a lot of other teams like the Heat, despite not getting much better and actually losing people between Max Strus and Gabe Vincent. I think that they're going to still find a way to be in the mix because they just always do. That's just how Jimmy Butler and them always end up being. Keontae George's floor is Steph Curry and his ceiling is Michael Jordan. Yo, Vesper, you're killing me. That would be insane. Like if he could manage to do that, that would actually be insane. Because at that point, you're essentially calling him the greatest point guard of all time. You know, one thing that's let me know what you guys think about this, but one thing that I think is really interesting, particularly when it comes to what's his name? When it comes to Oh, Stephen Curry. You know how lately he's been calling himself the greatest point guard of all time. I don't necessarily agree, but hear me out. The thing with Steph Curry is he's been probably the only point guard in NBA history where you focus he essentially has the LeBron type of role. LeBron though is the system. Steph Curry is the one who is the main person to thrive in the system. Without Steph Curry, Golden State wins no championships. I don't think there's any point guard in NBA history that has been that important to their team for so long to the point where he's what, 4 rings? Yeah, to the point where he's earned 4 rings. I just don't think there's anybody ever been like that. And Magic had great rosters around him. He had great talent. Some of them obviously were aged out and whatnot. But the case, whatever the case may have been, I think that Magic had the ability to do more off the bat because he was graced with a good situation and a great management team. Curry kind of had a little minute. Like he had success, but he had regular player success, regular all-star caliber success. And then once he reached the point where the system got put in place for him to do the shooting things that he did, he changed the game single-handedly and won games that most before it was a big man's league. Then it was like a small forward, then a small forward type league with LeBron and Kevin Durant. And now you've reached a point where it's just a whole different level of understanding. But what you said, I think Steph is the best point guard for sure, and probably the best offensive human of all time. Hot take. I don't know though. Best offensive human, the most. It's kind of deciding who's the best at things is kind of weird because like the most dominant player ever, I would argue is Shaq because nobody could physically guard Shaq. But you're like, okay, well, people can't really guard Steph. When Steph decides he wants to go nuclear, Steph goes nuclear. But then you're like, okay, well, Steph has off nights. Shaq just dunked the ball all the time. So he put you in the post, it's over with. You're cooked. You had to create rules to prevent people from getting completely pummeled by Shaq night in and night out. It's just one of those. It's really interesting, and it's nice to hear everybody's like conversations. I'm not a great me writer. He's just crazy. No, oh no, I'm with you on that. Yeah, you got to respect game. Like a lot of people are be like, a lot of people are saying like these days, like pop it out. Like why are you writing so hard? And it's like, bro, at the end of the day, you got to respect game. You can't argue with numbers. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. So if you're like that, the numbers are going to say it. And I, no matter whether I like you or not, like I don't like Kevin Durant. Fun fact. I don't like Kevin Durant. Any chance I get the opportunity to hate on him, I do. But I have to respect what he does because he's a scorer. I hate sidebar. I hate when people say he's the greatest scorer of all time. Or excuse me, no. When they say he's the most skilled player, offensive player of all time. He's not. He's not the most skilled scorer of all time. That's Kyrie Irving. Kevin Durant has the same 3 dribble moves. The only reason it works is because he's darn near 7 foot. So his lanky behind can cover more ground than anybody else. And regardless, even if you don't get beat, he can still shoot over the top of you because he's as tall as he is and his wingspan is as crazy as it is. Because who's really blocking him? Besides Rudy Gobert, maybe Walker. Clint Capella probably isn't. Don't really know anybody that really could. Like you can get a decent contest, but you're not going to get a stop. And it just irritates me so much when people say, "Well, he can get a bucket on anybody." And I'm like, "Yes, I understand, but that doesn't mean you're skilled." Kyrie Irving can get his shot off against everybody. When you say you're the most skilled player in NBA history on the offensive side of the ball, I think if I take your bag, every skill you have, every move you have, every go-to you have, and I put it in somebody who's 6'2", and I put it in somebody that's 6'10", they can score great both ways. If you take Kevin Durant's bag and put him in somebody that's 6'6's body, they're an all-star at best. They're an all-star at best. They're not first team all NBA. If you take Kyrie Irving's bag and you put it in somebody that's LeBron's height, you get somebody that's slightly better than Paul George on offense. I'm just saying. Let's see. Our guards would literally die trying to chase Curry around screens if we ever faced him in the playoffs. I'm not gonna lie. We'd be gassed, bro. We'd be gassed. You know who I respectfully hate? D-Book. Bro, twin for real. I don't like Devin Booker. I don't. Here's my reasoning. In the beginning of his career, he was bad defensively and he scored points, but it was empty stats. And by empty stats, I know some people are like, "Oh, he scores a lot of points on a bad team, so he's," but that doesn't mean anything because he's trash because his team still loses. Like there's some merit to that. But for Devin Booker, that really applies because he couldn't make the playoffs until Chris Paul got there. Chris Paul made Devin Booker a winner. And then everybody's like, "Oh, Chris Paul's always hurt in the playoffs. He's trash." Da, 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 da. And it's like, bro, Chris Paul honestly is just one of the most unfortunate cases in the NBA. The reason why he's never won a chip, even back in his Lob City days with the Clippers, was because he gets injured at the most inopportune times. That's it. With the Rockets, they were up, lost at the most inopportune time. Now, maybe LeBron would have beat them in the finals. That might have been a better matchup for him. But still, we'll never know. And Devin Booker, he scores a lot. He's a better defender now, but he doesn't get the hate that some people that other stars in the league get. If Devin Booker has a bad game, they blame it on the help. Kind of like he gets the Kevin Durant treatment, where if he has a bad night, you don't blame him. The media will never blame him. They blame other people, and they're like, if so and so did this, then it would have opened up the floor and given Devin Booker more open looks. But because they didn't produce, Devin Booker didn't get his open looks, and he suffered as a result of it. And that's not fair because it makes sense, but at the same time, you can't absolve him of hate. Meanwhile, anytime Giannis has 5 turnovers or LeBron has 19 points or Joel Embiid flops, you just go ham on them. That's just not fair to them. You got to hold everybody to the same standard. Otherwise, don't slander people the same way that you do everybody. Just how I view it. I don't know. Let me know. Any more thoughts, y'all? Oh, this part of it, we didn't really talk too much about. We talked a little bit about the Jazz, but not too much. But it was really great to chat with y'all tonight, though. All things considered. Because it gives me the opportunity to just have a ball. And it's nice to find a community of like-minded people that individually you guys can just chat and just talk about stuff. Because especially in today's day and age, a lot of people pretend to care about things and that they don't just simply care about. And people become too uncomfortable to just be upfront and honestly be like, you know, I don't really care. Sometimes you just got to let people know. I don't know. Walker getting 20 minutes. Walker was okay in the minutes that he played, but I think because of the type of defense that we tried to play for the majority of the game, it didn't go towards Walker Kessler's strong suit abilities. And for that reason, that's why Kelly Olynyk was on the floor for more of the time. And that made sense as to why he played as few as he did, because you have to give. Either you're going to sit Lowry on the bench, you're going to sit Collins on the bench, or you're going to sit Olynyk on the bench. You're not going to sub out one of your guards to play Walker Kessler and go super big. I mean, you could, but the likelihood of Will Hardy doing that on a consistent basis is extremely low. But, it's just one of those, depends on the person, depends on the matchups as well and what team they end up playing against. Because if you have an opportunity to go bigger against a team that might perhaps not be as skilled or have as much talent or depth, then that is something that you could potentially run. But right now, also for the fact that they won the game, you can excuse the fact that Walker Kessler only played 21 minutes, almost 21 and a half. But yeah, man. Kessler with 4 games, 4 guards in a lineup in the preseason against the Kings, and it sucked. Yeah. The sad thing is, you wanted to. I wanted to work so bad. I really wanted it to work because like we have so many guards, and since we're not trading any of them yet, it's like get wicked, get crazy, do something. but it just didn't work out the way that honestly, I guess I don't know what the expectation was for that lineup, but defensively it creates a certain level of issues. Be fine if THT get traded. So would I. So would I. Now he did play a lot better today, and we obviously won. And I remember last time I was on live, I said between this game and I think I said either the Grizzlies or the Timberwolves, it was gonna those were gonna be out of the first 6 games, like the two toss-up games. Where it's like if we win either one of them, it effectively tells people that we can make the playoffs. And not only can we, but we should deserve to be in the thick of it. We're not only a top 10 team in the West, but we're arguably top 8, top 7, top 6, maybe. But in order to do that, we have to win games like this. And today we did. Against the Kings, we didn't. So I'm happy about that though. But yeah, man. I don't know. This season is looking pretty good. All things considered. Us against Phoenix. That's gonna be a doozy. I want Sexton, Katie, Clarkson, Keontae, THT, trade. If we can get a player who can make better, will absolutely be a playoff team like you and I think they will. Yeah. I think that they're extremely high on Keontae, and that's why they'll probably keep him. And I do understand the hype. That being said, yeah, THT can walk. I'm trying to think who else you would pair in that. Because at that point you might give up a second round pick or a conditional first rounder. Just kind of depends, I guess. On who you can get. Like I'd be willing to give up more if I know the return is like Alonzo Ball-esque player because he provides exactly what this team is missing to be not just a decent team but a good team. I don't think they give up on him for at least a year. Yeah. Yeah. I think he's definitely got a comfortable amount of room on his leash to just like work with and wiggle with. Colin Sexton loves being in Utah and Utah and loves the state and his fans. Yeah. Colin Sexton, he's a big energy guy, and I realized he's a genuine person. Like there's a lot of people where like they it's smoke and mirrors with them. Like they're gonna put on a facade or whatever the case may be just to get through whatever they have to get through, or they'll act a certain way in press conferences, but they don't care or they don't really just want to be involved in anything. But Colin Sexton, not only does he enjoy playing for the Jazz, he enjoys being in the community, which is something you can't say about everybody. And it's like he has so many pros and cons. And then it's like, but he loves the place that he's in and he genuinely loves the people of the city and of the state. It's like, how much leeway do you give him? Do you want to trade him? That because that's a guy that's going to be loyal to your place. Do you think he has enough upside to warrant the mistakes he's going to make right now? And do you think eventually, like a year or two down the line, he's going to be the person that you need when crunch time comes and you need somebody to get you a bucket or you need to get a stop? Can you rely on this person? And unless they can get somebody significantly better than him, I think they'll probably keep him because THT might be the best one to go ahead and unload because he can do so many things. So if a team doesn't need a pure point guard, but they need a guy that can defend multiple positions, has a potential to defend multiple positions, but can also take a little bit of the scoring load and play make some. THT might be a guy that they'd be interested in training for, and I think we should definitely shop him if that opportunity presents itself. Hmm. Just a thought. Just a thought. But yeah, man. I'm just it's just one of those it's a good thing. It's a good problem to have. You'd rather have too much of something to the point where you don't need it and you need to get rid of some of it than to not have enough of it like we are like how we're feeling playmaking wise. But us our lack of playmaking is also making us appreciate Kelly Olynyk more, I guess. So, it's a good thing in a way. It hurts when he makes a mistake. He's my hero. I forget if I remember when he went toe to toe with 3-5. Bro, when he was with Alabama in college, I never really watched college basketball. Like I never watched a team. Like I was an NC State fan, but I never really watched a team all the way through a year. I was watching this guy's I was watching these guys highlights all the time. And when that happened, I didn't actually watch that game live. So I heard about it and so I watched the highlights and there was so many different videos about it and everything. And I watched all of them. And every now and then I still go back and I still watch that because I'm like, bro, who in their right mind sits there and says 3v5? I don't have another ball handler on the floor with me. F it, let's do it. I'm still gonna get after it. I'm gonna hit back to back to back threes. I'm gonna go to the lane. I'm gonna get a little dump off. I'm gonna go down here and I'm gonna get me a lay. And you're going to struggle. You're gonna have to earn this win over my dead body. Just because all my guys got ejected doesn't mean I'm not about to stand on business. And that's what he did. He gave it everything, everything and then some, everything and then some. And it's like you can't teach that because there's guys that'll be like, yo, I'm going that believe that consciously believe that they're going to stand and deal with something a certain sort of way, that they're going to do a certain thing. But it's a whole different thing to feel a certain way and then somebody actually go out there and do it. Because a lot of people think they could handle a certain type of matchup where they can handle being the only star on their team. But when you actually get put in a position to actually do it and you actually get the job done, it hits different. And he was just one of those guys, man. Let me see. That's what I'm saying. Love to see them succeed. Not all heroes wear for real. Not all heroes do wear capes. Man, look. I'll still go back and watch his Pebblebrook highlights. Those bro, 2016 was a different time. I don't know why my brain just went back there again. I need to stop. It's like that trend going around. How many times do you think about the Roman Empire? A lot. Enough. Just anything. Any nostalgia type thought. For real. But you know, life goes on. As always. But for me, it is now 2:46 in the morning. Rome wasn't built in a day. Greatness from Sexton won't be either. That's a fact. And the efficiency over the entirety of a season is there. So I'm just hoping that he can sooner than later right the ship, and then we get to see the best version of himself that's shooting, you know, 46, 47% from the field and 39% from the floor, you know, or excuse me, from the dang, from the 3-point line. Like that would be ideal. And that would be a player that the Jazz could really use to push the needle for them, especially off the bench. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Tyson. Yeah, you're right, bro. It's 3 a.m. over here. It wasn't because I got to be up at 7:30 to make this hour 15, hour and a half drive. So yeah, I'm gonna hop off here. I'm debating. I might edit this video and upload it, but yeah, it's that time. He said or sleep right now. just because. Just because, yeah. Yeah. But with that being said, I appreciate y'all staying this long on the stream because we've been on here for like 2.5 hours now. It's been a smooth 2.5 hours. You know what I'm saying? Uh I don't know if I'll go on my mobile tonight just for content's sake because I don't want to sell you guys short on it, but like I might do it just for the sole fact of us like just being able to chat or whatever the case may be. I might just put my AirPods in depending on how the audio quality is. If it's trash, then I'll probably cut it. But if not, I might do it still. So look out for that. I'll probably make a YouTube post about it But whatever the case may be, I appreciate you guys staying with me this long. And yeah, you guys are the W chat. Y'all keep the thing going. Like when other people don't post or don't ask questions or have a certain take about things, it's also is very helpful when you guys add stuff to the conversation because then it gives me something to go off on a little tangent about. Some people like it, some people don't. Some people leave the line. I don't care. The people that stay, appreciate them. Because people don't have to. At the end of the day, if y'all were here from the beginning, y'all really just gave me 2.5 hours of your life, effectively, that you're never gonna get back, and you think it was worth doing it. So I'm like, I appreciate that, and I think a lot of creators do recognize it, but as you get bigger, I think some people get lost in the numbers and don't actually realize like if there's somebody that watches every video I drop, I try to keep all my videos under 10 minutes because I don't want you to spend like if I'm trying to warrant you like watching my stuff, I don't want you to be like to have to set time out of your day. And like I don't have a lot of like visuals in my videos. So for the most part, if somebody's cleaning their house or if they're going in the room and they're cooking or if they're cooking or whatever, they can sit their phone down and just listen to what I'm saying and then still enjoy being there. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's a big thing for me because if people can lend me, 5 to 12 minutes of their day every day, I'm going to post a video every day for those type of people because whether we agree or disagree, we can always chat in the comments and I'm always going to try and respond to everybody's thing. And like after a certain point, once I get big enough, I'm probably gonna I gotta find a way to differentiate you guys from everybody else's comments. I don't know how I'm gonna do it yet. I think if I add you guys as moderators for my live, it might give you guys like a special tag. I don't know how YouTube does it, but I want to figure something out to where like I can see like the difference between my day ones and like the people that added on later on. Love to everybody because obviously I'm asking people, trying to provide a sort of value or a sort of safe space to just kind of enjoy chatting about stuff that we all enjoy and give everybody like that just that comfortable area that everybody just doesn't have. You know what I'm saying? And when people feel comfortable enough to do that and they support, then obviously I'll eventually reach a point where I'm getting money out of it. And I think I'll probably still work at the school that I'm at, but like when I get off, I'm gonna smile because I'll be working for that, and then I'll get on live or when my video drops, I'll be sitting here chatting with you guys for, 2.5 hours. And I'm not even pissed. Like I know I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna be tired in the morning and I got a full schedule. But I'm not pissed because I enjoy doing this. This wasn't a chore to me to do. And that's something that I feel like a lot of content creators, they get to a point where like creating their videos or doing their live streams or playing their games, whatever the case may be, they don't enjoy doing it. They just do it to pay the bills. And I just hope I don't have to reach that point. You know what I'm saying? But it's just one of those things. Let me see. Great live. Catch you in the next one. Yes, sir. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. What's up, Matthew? Yeah, man. I'm actually about to hop off now. I got it for me. I don't know. Matthew, what state are you in? Are you Midwest, Southwest? Yeah. Out closer to Utah area? I'm in Charlotte, so it's bordering 3 a.m. So I told myself 3 a.m. was my cap ahead of time. Oh, you're from Watch. Oh, you're West Coast. I'm East Coast. Okay, yeah. So you're 2 hours behind me. So it's one. No, no, it's not. It's about to be one for you. Yeah, I'm about to hop off because it's about to be three, and I got a full day tomorrow. But yeah, I was just chopping up with the guys still. 12. Is it like 11:52 about to be 12 or oh wow. You're 3 hours behind? That's wild. Dang, man. So the Jazz game happened at like what time would that be for you? So like if we have a game at 7, that means it's like 4 p.m. game to you. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Okay. Wow. I don't know why I didn't think about that. For in my head, I think like East Coast is whatever hour. The middle of the US is an hour behind, and the West Coast is an hour behind that. That's just how I don't know. Don't ask me why my brain worked that way, but I don't know. I also used to think my city was on the other side of a city beside us, but yeah, I thought that for 10 years and then realized when I looked at a map for the first time that it wasn't. But yeah, man. Um, Pretty good night. Really great game. Yeah, that's the only reason. Yo, makes sense. Makes sense. Um, but yeah, man, the Jazz really put on a show tonight. Definitely was worth staying up, watching for one, and then also getting on live and chatting with everybody for two. Because not every day that you really enjoy doing certain things, and this wasn't hard for me. Like the hardest part was actually like obviously setting up my equipment, and then it's a little irritating because like I enjoy being on camera, but like I don't have like I guess I don't have a set, and I don't have the money to like buy stuff for a set just yet, but I will eventually. Um, I will eventually. And when I do, like obviously the production's gonna go up. Like that's the next stage. Cause like I enjoy my mic and I think I might keep the mic the same. Obviously, everybody wants the coveted Shure SM7B, but I think this one does okay. I record off either a ZV-1 or sometimes with my like raw other videos, I'll do it off my Lumix, but it just really depends. It just really depends, honestly. When to survive. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought this is how Friday night was gonna be for me? Pretty happy with it. I don't know. But yeah, man. Y'all go ahead, get some rest. If y'all got kids, go ahead and kiss those kids and tuck them into bed. I'm going to do my little trademarked outro despite having to split this thing into two. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said they can watch my voice is always so like even that they can go to sleep listening to the videos. And when I told somebody that, they were like, "Ew, who would say that?" And I was like, "I don't know. Maybe I don't think it's weird. I don't think it's weird. I mean, if you really like, oh, he listens to another grown man to go to sleep. I'm like, okay, you listen to artists or you listen to another adult play an instrument to go to sleep. S- doesn't really. I just don't think it's weird. I don't think a lot of things are weird though. I guess I'm just more accepting than most people. Not entirely accepting. I'm not one of those people where it's like I don't say certain things so I don't get canceled. Um, I best believe I got opinions about certain things. But that's a discussion for a different day. You know what I'm saying? Monday, say no more. It's like Bob Ross. Nice, nice. Yep. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all. And like always, good morning, good evening, good night, no matter where you're on the globe watching. Thanks for tuning in to this live stream. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. Oh man, that was a good night.